Hello? Hello? Hey. Sorry, sorry for being late today, guys. I literally, I overslept. Yep. I overslept because I was looking for houses last night. I stayed up way too late doing that. I'm not happy about it. But, yeah, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway. Hey, Shy, how you doing? My summer trains, it is. Yep. Hey, check this out, fellas. So, look. Here, look. Rivian is posting pictures of their assembly lines now. Everybody's posting pictures of the assembly lines. Gee, I wonder why. 1% grade to the iron mine because I hate myself. Look at that. Oh, this is nice. Oh, that's pretty nice. Dude, look at those. Look at that. 6-piston calipers up front, dude. No, is it 6? No, that's a 4-piston caliper, but still. Still, nice. Very nice. I saw one of these driving around in Detroit, of all places. True story. Yep, there's welding and assembly right there. I saw you log into Steam at 5 a.m. I logged into Steam at 5 a.m.? I was asleep by 5 a.m. Who logged in? No, I left the computers on, so the computer may have restarted O-Force. I wasn't here at 5 a.m. I'm not that crazy. Yeah, check that out. There you go. Moving assembly line, man. So cool. Anyway, I won't bore you with that. Let's jump in. Stuart, I'm sleep gaming again. It's true. Synergy. Oh, man. Okay. Let's go. Let's get to work. I like trains. I don't know if you guys knew that. Yeah, but yeah, I wanted to jump right in. We got work to do. Be prepared for the boom. Sonic Boom just started at the Kennedy Space Center. Really, you like train? I never would have guessed. Yes, I like trains. Trains are very nice. Sir? Someone got a good picture of Red Bull's rear suspension. Dude, I was looking at the those the floor pictures that you sent. Yeah, interesting. You're working on a bridge, at least it's 20% started. Yeah. I did find a couple of houses. I sent them off to my realtor to look into. There's a house that has a garage in the back. Like, the garage goes through the house. Like, it's a 2-car garage with 2 garage doors on the back. So, it's almost like a fire station almost. And it leads into a paved driveway in the back. And I'm like, no luck with the offer. They wanted to take the house to market, dude, so nope. Sucks. Kind of wanted that house, but it's okay. Still looking. We'll find something. I'm worried. Gotta cut down trees. There's gonna be train tracks right here. Oh man, that's a really tight corner. I'll find something, Stuart. I'm not worried, man. Dude, you know, if it was like a one-hit wonder and we got lucky on the first try, I would have been a little skeptical anyway, you know? Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, fellas. It's all good. You guys should know good and well at this point that it's going to take a lot more to get me to go away. You know? It takes a lot more than that to get me to stop. I'm pretty persistent in if I find something that I want, you know? Alright. Are those trees growing out of rocks? That happens sometimes. There's dirt that gets stuck in the cracks and trees can live in there. Yeah, live in there. Music. Music! So quiet. Yeah, what happens is like the rocks have like little channels in them and stuff. It's hard to tell from the textures, right? So like right here, the rock would have like a channel in it from where the water trickles down the side of the hill, right? And a lot of dirt gets deposited in that, right? And it composts it, and it's a perfect place for a tree to grow. It's like hydroponics. So yeah, trees grow out of rocks all the time. You made a typo. Therefore, I'm the victor. Alright. This next part is going to get a little technical. We're going to take a bike ride through the park. The industrial park. This next part is going to get pretty technical. This squirrel's trying to kill me! Deforestation simulator? Jim, who needs trees? V is third person in Stationeer's Illness, if I'm remembering right. But Stationeer's is one of those games that you really don't just go around spamming buttons. Yeah, fellas, they, Rocketworks got around to, they got, around to fixing, a lot of performance upgrades for Stationeers, man. So, yeah, Stationeers is back on the menu. I was talking with Dean last night about it. It's pretty cool. What do you think? Bring the Stationeers multiplayer server back? Nice. The netcode update is still to be seen. Right. I don't know if that's gonna work. Yeah, the Mars complex, Woody. That's fun. Fun base. No dedicated server yet. Right. Huh. I gotta deforest more stuff. Not fitting, a local commuter train is rolling through in the distance. Trains are awesome, dude. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but anytime I see a train, or I hear a train, I will always stop, or at least take a second to go and see what train it is. So, like, if you hear the that rumble that a train makes, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, you frickin' cockroach. No. I will take time out of my day to see train. Love trains. The trees must die so the trains can run. Yeah, it's give and take, you know. Trees give it and we take. Yeah. I don't like that. You don't like it? Nah, I don't like it. The trains must flow. Indeed. Hey, Mysterious, what's going on? Alright, we need to go a little bit more. Like, I need to aim for the cliffside right there. Let's see, ready? 1% grade. Lock it in. We don't want the turn to look like Dookie, so start with a 5-er. 5. And then go to... and go to 10. And then go to 15. Then go to 10.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Are we pointed in the right direction? Yeah, that'll work. Hey, NX. 18-month resub. So decreasing the radius corridor to increase the radius. Who knew? It's hashtag Tilkey. You know what's funny, Hellfish, is that all the DRS stuff, like, that's not exactly right. Hang on, can we, like, delete one? Alright, I'll just make the tracks. It's funny because, like, with all the, what's the right way to say this? With all the changes to the cars, they're fixing the tracks, which I always thought, I think that's funny. Like, these Formula 1 tracks are not... Like, okay, I know Australia isn't a Tilkedrome, but also, look at what they... Dude, that track's gonna be insane, man. It's gonna be nuts. Like, in a really good way. Yeah, Australia's gonna be insane with all the DRS zone stuff. It's gonna be righteous. How you doing? I'm good. Should do a Vegas meetup. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Dude, there is another thing though, Fanny Pack. Like I'm not sure I should be in Vegas for long periods of time. Because it's Las Vegas. And, you know, I have kind of a little bit of a compulsory attitude towards things. I don't know if that's a good idea. The clerk makes the 1000th pass for the lead. Crofty yells into his mic. Yeah, right. You want to drive to Vegas for that race? Yeah, well, seriously, you're not too far away. I have made that drive before. It would be a little bit far for me to do that. However, you know. However, SLS meetup? I think we should. Weiss, wie geht's? Wie geht es dir, mein Freund? Hallo? Guten Tag? Guten Abend? I don't know why I sound angry when I say it. It's very weird. How would you engineer railroads to take an earthquake impact? An earthquake impact? I mean, there's not... A good grade will pretty much do it, dude. There's not much you can do. Like, if there's a fault line going through the rails. I mean, I mean, it doesn't really affect the tracks too much. Once again, as long as there's not like a fault line going through the rails. If there's a fault line going through the rails, then you got a problem. I've seen that out in California here. They're like, check this out. I've seen these pictures before. Look at that. Yeah, earthquakes don't mess with rails too much. But fault lines can absolutely mess with rails a lot. If your railroad track goes through the fault line. Yeah, it's not good for it. This kills the train. See? Look at what it does. Isn't that nuts? That's very strange. Ich bin gut, dank und dir. Gut, sehr gut. Yeah. Yeah, very good, man. Yeah. Yeah, see, you got to make sure that your rails are on solid ground. Like, basically, okay, so you know how we talk about, like, roads and stuff, right? You know, we talk about how, you know, the road needs to be on, like, if it's handling industrial traffic, right, it needs to be strong. You need to dig a thicker grade for it. Well, railroads have a really thick grade. When they're building railroad track right of ways, they dig a trench first, and they get down to some terra firma, right, and then they put the railroad grade on it. Because, yeah, that's how they do it. A good subgrade will really make a difference. This looks like Dookie. Yeah, it's all about what you're building it on, dude. That really makes a big difference. Oops. That would have killed me. OSHA. 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 Hiltness, they said in an update video, I said in an update video that they're trying to get backwards compatibility in, but so like, okay, here's where I'm at. They're trying to get backwards compatibility in, and that's great. But also at the same time, right? If they don't, that's no big deal, because what else am I going to do with this save right now? There's only so many times I can drive back and forth between the log and the iron mine, or log in the logging camp, the sawmill, and the depot. Only so many times I can do that before people will be like, okay. You know, so I figure I'll just build it. You know, doesn't work, doesn't work. It's not really that big of a deal. Oh, come on. Yeah, I mean, you speaking for yourself, Hip, or... Uh-oh. Need to jump legs from Satisfactory, ain't it the truth? That's gonna suck because the groundwork is not gonna line up. Midge!
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, how are you? Midge-chan. What's going on, bud? How are you? Sleepy? What time is it? Yeah, it's super late over there. What are you doing up? Need the flying train like Back to the Future? Dude, MGB, they're straight up putting that locomotive in the game. Not Back to the Future spec, but they're putting that locomotive in the game. The one from Back to the Future 3. No joke. Not like once again, not BTTV spec, but or BTTF spec, Better Twitch TV, Back to the Future, similar acronyms. But yeah, that's getting in there. You're on third shift at the moment. Weekends are weird. Oh, well, good afternoon then. Thanks for the 10 subs, Midge. You know that means a lot. That you're on the other side of the world and you don't forget about me. That I appreciate it. I really do. That means a lot. For realsies. Ah! I got it. Hey, Tipsy. Surprised you aren't deep in the Stationeers update. I might. I got the hankering, Tipsy. Just, we'll see where it takes us. I was talking with, Rockets to Guns last night. Yeah. I'm like, dude, you released the update? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. He's like, what was that noise? I'm like, no, nothing. Gonna make it? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. And you want that dookie so bad you can almost taste it. You played too many hours of Hearts? Yeah, Midge, I feel partially responsible for that. You taking a break? Actually, MGB, not really taking a break. I mean, I have been, but I'm gonna jump back into KSP. I'm gonna jump back into KSP very soon, actually. No, I don't know when very soon is, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna do it because, yeah. I want to, well, yeah, I don't really have a better reason. I want to. Do I need a better reason? I don't think so, but yeah, I really want to. I've been yeah, dude, just been away for a little while. I want to start getting back into building pads and building vehicle architecture and stuff and building GSE and making, you know, GSE for equipment that actually flies, you know, because the last time I did that, it didn't work very well. But, yeah. Do you think they will rebuild the Antonov? Yeah. Alexa, you know, I could be wrong, but I don't think questioning the tenacity of the Ukrainians at this point in time would be a wise decision. You know, could be wrong. Could be wrong. I think they'll rebuild it. I absolutely think they'll rebuild it. I mean, you gotta give credit where credit is due. Those guys weren't expected to last 3 days. Let alone like a month and a half. Like, yeah, MGB, I'm with you on that one. Let's smooth that out a little bit. Yeah, MC, that's also kind of like what I'm doing, you know? I'm just playing everything else that I've wanted to play. You still have your 1x time scale run. Hey, Frango. Yeah, Nubius, it's 6,000 foot change between the Iron Mine and it's a 6,000 foot change from the Iron Mine. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done 1% grade. Oh. Yeah, Midge, I got you. Well, we already gone too far. Whatever. We're committed. Yeah. Yeah. At a 1% grade, it's a 6,000 foot change in elevation, which means that we need to go down. That means that every 100 feet we go down 1 foot. Which means we need 600,000 feet of track. Oops. Probably should have done the math. Oh no. We need 113 miles. How are we going to jam 113 miles into this? Okay. We might have to switch it to 2, so at least it's only 60 miles. Hang on, let me just check. Where's the topographical map? No, that's the degree radius. We need contour overview. All right. The iron ore mine is at an elevation of 13,800. Okay. The sawmill or the smelter is at an elevation of 7,000. God damn it. It's not 6,000 feet. It's 6,800 feet. Uh-oh. What I was thinking, all right, is we loop around here. The track, we're right here. This is where we are. We loop around this way, right? And then I make a runaround like this, right? And then we come back this way. And then we loop around this way, right? And then we could make a junction or something right here and then go all the way down to the smelter. Oh boy. Nah, screw that, Granite. Screw that. Honestly, all right, so you know what, fellas? If I was engineering this rail line in real life, I wouldn't even bother running a train track up there. I would run a train track through the valley right here and literally build a cog railroad to the iron mine. I'll build a cog up and down. I wouldn't bother running narrow gauge all the way up here because of this problem. Literally a cog that'll just move iron ore up and down the hill. Cogs can run at like a 20% grade because, well, here, I'll show you. The Mount Washington Cog Railway. So the Mount Washington Cog Railroad can literally go like up a hill because the drive wheel on the locomotive, right, has a gear on the center, and then there's wheels on the outside, obviously, and you're driving up the cog. I would put one of these up there. These things can go like yeah, newbies. It's kind of like a rack and pin. Yeah, they're specifically designed to go up steep hills for mining purposes. I mean, look at that. That's a roller coaster. That's roller coaster steep. Dude, it's so ridiculously steep. Look at the boiler. The boiler on the locomotive is angled down at the maximum grade on these things because it gets so freaking steep. The boiler can be level or else all the water would go to the back. Yeah, this is one of the steepest railroads in the world. Yeah, look at that. That's not like a Photoshop. That's not forced perspective. That's how steep it gets. I went up it last year. Yeah, I would put one of these there. And what's crazy is that these steam locomotives are original to the line. They have a diesel locomotive, which is cool, but yeah. Yeah, see, it's double track in some areas. But yeah, see, there's the cog. Yeah, because it basically it just has a gear. It has a drive gear and the whole, it's like a rack and pin for a railroad, basically. Only it's not pinion. It's not a pinion gear. It's just a regular gear. There's a third rail. That's not a rail. It has two rails on the outsides. right? And then in the center W, there's just, yeah, there's just it looks like a ladder, basically. And then the rail car has a gear in it on the drive wheel. Yeah, it pushes. It pushes up. Yeah. It definitely does. But yeah, look at that. That's... Dude, it's hardcore. It's freaking hardcore. Yeah, really cool. I would put one of these at the iron mine because 6,000 feet is impossible for a railroad to get up. Well, not impossible, but... Dude, we'll come up with a creative solution. If we have to... if we do 1%, we do 1%. It is what it is. I might make a junction somewhere. Like, maybe we'll make a... You know what we could do? We could loop the line around and run it to the coal mine. What's the coal mine elevation at? It's at 15,000. It's higher than the iron mine. Okay, remember that time where I said we could run it around to the coal mine? Yeah. No. Yeah, that's not going to work. What about a helix? I think that's what we're going to have to do. We can go down here, turn around, and I can loop back and basically make it a switchback, and then we could go around the canyon again, and around the canyon again, and then make it go all the way over here. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I had a dream about. Like the paperclip. See the paperclip over there? Paperclip comes down through that canyon. It goes over there. It loops around, and then it loops around again, and then it loops around again, and then it goes underneath itself to the mine. That's what I want to do. Alright, we'll just diagram out a line here. I'll remake this with the right tracks later. See, even like a 2% grade will help. Yeah, we also got to go around the hill here. %. My dreams are all hearts of iron, for which I blame EJ 67%. Yeah. Alright, that's fair. I don't like this. I don't like it. Sometimes when you're placing the bridges, and the bridges are at high altitude, so to speak, so like if it's tall, the game freaks out. Here's your solution from your railroad. That's pretty much what I'm doing, dude. Yeah. You gotta hate yourself, though, Tehran? Yeah. Yeah. No, don't fall. Okay. I don't want a 2%. I mean, 2% grade I wouldn't mind, SC, because remember, I want the challenge of I want the challenge of making the Eureka engines work. You know what? Hang on. Where does this get me? What if I get rid of that, and then get rid of that, and we get rid of that? I don't know if the 1% grade will get around this. You know what? I probably shouldn't use these. Don't use switches. We gotta use groundwork or a bridge to get that right. What does 1 or 2% grade mean? Good question. So railroads are measured in grades. Grade percentage is, how many feet does it go down per 100 feet? I know, Clutch, it seems a little bit weird, but think about it like this. They use kilofeet. 1% grade is 1 foot per 100 feet. Make sense? Yep, that'll work. Yep, thanks. No problem. Trains are so 19th century. Play Truck Simulator instead. I don't see any trucks having 6,000 horsepower. If you want like little bitch boy amounts of torque, sure. I'll play with trucks. That's fine. And take it from somebody that loves trucks. Trucks ain't got nothing on trains. With trains, how much torque you want to make? Yes. And that's somebody that loves pickup trucks. I freaking love pickup trucks. I have 2. Because I'm weird. Crawler ain't got nothing on that. Well, what does the crawler have? The crawler has train engines in it. No more frequent flyer, boy. No more, no, what does he say? No more, boy, frequent flyer miles from my boy? Oh, yeah. Playa. Swinging past your knees. No, I like trucks. Truck Simulator is cool, but trains are even cooler. 2.5 will be able to pour... At 2.5, 1 Eureka will be able to pull 4 full lumber cars. I almost went 4 full lumber cars. Yep, almost said that. Yep, I had to stop myself. 1%, you can pull 12. See what I mean? So the crawler is basically a derailed train. It's got 2 Alco 251C V16 diesels in them. Each one makes like 3,000 horsepower. Okay, and if you know anything about diesels, right? If you know anything about diesels, a diesel engine's maximum horsepower is not usually what it makes with torque. If those diesel engines are making 3,000 horsepower a pop, I don't want to know what torque they're making. It's probably all the torque. Are there any steamboat simulators? That's a market niche if there isn't. Saw a parking garage in Tokyo called Smart Park. Smart Pack. Yep. Yeah, that's me, Midge. Does the crawler have a gearbox? It doesn't have a gearbox, T-Man. No. The crawler has... The diesel engines are hooked into an electric motor. There's an electric motor attached to the drive shaft on the diesel, and it just generates power. It would be like if you connected the drive shaft of the car to an alternator. You could spin the hell out of that alternator, right? You make make tons of electric. Why doesn't someone just do that? Oh yeah, GM did do that. To their credit. Yeah, that's right, SC. They did do that with the Volt, didn't they? Hey, you know what? I want an excuse to dump on Chevy just as much as the next guy, but honestly, that's a really good idea. Yep. Yeah, Top Gear did that with Jeff Type R. Yep. The Hammerhead Eagle Eye Thrust. Great episode. One of my favorite episodes of real Top Gear. Hup. Ah. Yeah, Kane. Look, alright? Top Gear with Clarkson, Hammond, and May, okay, is Terminator 2, alright? Okay? Whatever they're running now is Terminator 3, okay? Does that make sense? It doesn't exist, okay? It doesn't exist. It's just... No. No thanks. Hard pass. Grand Tour is on Amazon. Dude. Okay. Speaking of Amazon. Dude, I'm still speechless about the ULA. Literally a ULA block buy. That purchase yesterday that Amazon did for launches is probably one of the biggest block buys ever since like the early parts of the Cold War, where people were block buying missiles left and right. So a coworker bought a Jeep Gladiator and said, "I won't take it off-road. I just like that it can." Ew. I can call you Scrivy, like most others? Alright, cool. Yeah, I want to buy this off-road vehicle. You know. But I don't want to go off-roading. I know. We got a word for that, Sawyer. You know what it's called? Cringe. It makes me want to just go buy a Jeep TJ out of principle. Maybe one day we will. Have fun spending the money on gas. I'd do that. Yeah, of course you would, miss. I drive a Subaru, never off-road. SMH my head, Midge. You at least gotta go mudding with it. It's in your damn blood. What the hell's the matter with you? You gotta go dang mudding in the dang off-road vehicle. Don't go dang mudding in the dang off-road vehicle. What the hell are you doing? What's the matter with you? Guys, all my cars have V8s, but see, the thing is, I don't commute to work, so, this doesn't really bother me. With that being said, I still hate that gas prices are high, Yeah, that's still annoying. Very annoying. I don't know. Have you, Midge? You tell me. What's the matter with you, girl? You're not gonna have an off-road vehicle. You're not gonna go off-road and tell you what and kick that dang old butt. What's wrong with you? Nope, that's not gonna work. You have an XJ with a fixed engine ready to go. I just have to put the engine back in the car. Well, get her done, man. What the hell's the matter with you? If I had a freaking place to do that, sorry, I'd freaking do it. I can't say that, can I? Been driving the Indy a lot more since E85 is $1 cheaper. We gotta save my environment. That genuine gibberish, I tell you what, and kick that dang old butt, man. Don't get. Bro, I'm trying to have a job first, unfortunately. Yeah, you know what, Sawyer? Every time somebody gets up my tail about the truck now, that's just what I'm gonna say. I got a job first. Sorry, what I'm trying to tell you is take it from me. Yeah, using that as an excuse doesn't get it done, and then it'll be sitting there for a decade. Ask me how I know. This looks pretty real. Thanks, Lord. I'm trying to make my tracks look. So these are narrow gauge tracks. These tracks are specifically designed to, they're specifically designed to go up like steep hills and take tight corners. And I'm engineering it like standard gauge, which is not designed to do that. Standard gauge are like regular trains. That's like the regular train tracks that most of the world uses. And even, most of the world uses standard gauge. The rest of the world uses an even wider gauge called broad gauge, which is like 1.5 meters. It's 1,500 mil. Yeah. I'm just engineering this narrow gauge track like a standard gauge track. So no real crazy tight corners. And really, really low grades. So not very steep. Yeah, because I want to. I like the challenge. It's a lot of work, but you know what? It's fine. Running the trains up this track will be really nice. Because, okay, so like here's this thing. I'm min-maxing my railroads. What does that mean? So, okay. The more a locomotive can focus on pulling, right? And focus less on traction, the more cars you can haul. So, i.e., if your line is if your line is flatter and doesn't have any tight corners and is, less steep, you can have a locomotive that generally is not too powerful, right? But it can pull. Like, okay, so you could focus more on pulling the cars, all right? So what am I trying to say? All right, so I have a locomotive back at my shop, right? It's over that hill right there. I have a locomotive back over there, and that locomotive is designed to go fast. It's not really, it doesn't have a lot of power. It's designed to go fast. That locomotive with this type of track should be able to pull a decent amount of cars up this hill, and it's lower cost. It doesn't cost me as much, so I can maximize profit if I sit here. I can maximize profit over time by using a locomotive that doesn't have as much power. I screwed that up. It doesn't have as much power, but I can go faster because it doesn't have to focus on going up a hill. Trains have... How locomotives are measured is basically a figure called tractive effort, okay? What does tractive effort mean? Literally, how much traction can the wheels make? It's really hard to make tractive effort with a train. Why? Why is it hard? Well, it's difficult. It's difficult because you have a metal surface and you have a metal wheel. It's hard. It's difficult to make traction, right? So locomotives generally need to be super freaking heavy, right? Like even diesel locomotives, they're chonky by today's standards. They weigh like 800,000 pounds or something ridiculous. It's I don't know how much they weigh. So it's how much you press that wheel into the ground or press that wheel into the rail. But also at the same time, you got to be careful because you don't want to have a train that's just a freaking boat anchor, right? But I mean, generally that's not really the case. Like you can. So you really gotta find there's a fine line. Hang on one second. Let me just finish this up. There's a fine line between like going up a hill and, making the track shorter so it's less distance to travel, right? Or, having a little bit of a longer distance at a longer grade. Oh, that bridge is crooked. Nope. Hang on. Talking and working is making my brain scramble. Long story short, the flatter and the straighter you make the tracks, the faster the train can go. Even if it is a longer distance, you can go faster and you can pull more cars. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, my brain was getting a little scrambled there because I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time. The other thing is that these tracks are safer. They're a lot safer because the tracks are a lot safer because the train can just sit at maximum speed. The other time, you don't have to slow down for any corners. I can just peg the throttle on the train, and I know it's not going to go around like a super sharp corner and derail. Mom ever told you not to talk and lay tracks at the same time? Yeah, max tractive effort is 33% the weight of the locomotive. Yeah, exactly. That sounds about right? Guys, for the most part, like, okay, so when the train's going up a hill, right? If a train's going up a hill and you're focusing on trying to make traction, right? That means that the train is the locomotive's doing more work to try and get the wheels to not spin on the rails. Wheel slip is what it's called. It's basically doing a burnout with a train. Dude, it's actually pretty awesome. Not good for the train, but pretty awesome. The more time the locomotive can make traction, the more effort that the locomotive can use to pull the damn train, right? So if you have a steep hill, the locomotive you have to focus on keeping traction. So you basically have to drive the locomotive. Whereas if the tracks are like this and they're super straight and they're super, like the turns aren't really crazy tight, I can just peg the throttle on the train and I don't need to worry about it. The locomotive can spend more time pulling the locomotives at high speed, or pulling the cars at high speed. That's what we want. Midge, gifted us up to Cucumber. Is the wheel slip the reason they use sand? Yep. Cucumber, I am aiming to never use sand. Also, the flatter the rails are, that means you can carry a longer train. Because the locomotive is using more effort to pull the train and less effort to get traction. You can have a lighter locomotive that way that can pull more cars, right? And the trip might be a little bit longer, but you can stay at full speed the entire time. I don't need to slow down for a corner. That's why I'm taking the time to make sure all the tracks are perfectly... Look at how straight that track is. You identify as super straight. Oh, nice. Potentially stupid question, but why aren't train wheels and the rail geared? What do you... I mean... Gears will give you higher rolling resistance. It'll ruin all the efficiency that the train has. Trains are okay. So right, you know why? Like, okay, so you see generally, you see like Europeans like, oh my God, Americans use more trains. We like trains. They're not wrong in that regard. Trains are super efficient. Like a gallon of diesel fuel can move like a 400-ton train a couple miles, which is unbelievable. 400 tons. The real thing is because of the low rolling resistance of the wheel. Somebody already said it in chat. You have a metal wheel and you have a metal rail, right? There's not a lot of friction going on here. Like comparatively to a car, which is rubber on asphalt, there's a lot of friction there. So they have really high rolling resistance comparatively. Trains can just roll forever. A roller coaster is a really good example of using gravity to get a train to go a really long distance, right? You know, you have that lift hill, you build up that potential energy on the lift hill, and you go down the drop, and you can... I mean, how long is the lift hill comparatively to the rest of the track? Trains have extremely low rolling resistance. They're really, really good at just rolling for long distances. And in that regard, they also build up a lot of momentum. And the diesel motor doesn't need to do a lot of work to keep that momentum going. They're super efficient at moving large cargo, medium distances. Well, for freight trains, you can move them long distances because sometimes your cargo is not perishable, you know? And that's that struggle for grip, for traction versus being able to pull, right? That's the duality there. Trains have super low rolling resistance, but they're on ice, basically. That's a good way to say it. So, yeah, the long story short, the straighter and the flatter you make these rails, the faster your train can go and the more cargo you can haul per trip. You are hauling it over a longer distance, absolutely. But you can go fast the entire time. It's not a stupid idea. It's pretty smart. All right, let me survey here. I'm going to make some guide track here just to see. Would better torque give you better grip on the track? Not necessarily. Depends on how heavy the locomotive is. And that's another trade-off. It's engineering. It's a trade-off just like Delta V. All engineering is like this, guys, because thermodynamics sucks. It's not just thermodynamics, it's Newtonian physics, which is the physics that we live in. Yeah, pain in the butt, man. Oh, I should be making this on the outside radius because outside radius. It's a trade-off. How heavy you want your locomotive to make more power, it's got to be heavier. If it's heavier, that means it's more mass to move. And that the heavier your locomotive is, you need more effort to move the locomotive, right? Hello, Mason. What's new with you? Don't worry, these aren't the tracks that the final tracks. I use these as a guide track, surveying. These aren't the tracks you're looking for. Move along. Move along. Move along. Maglev trains are cool, though. Maglev trains are... you're paying, like, okay, so the thing about maglev trains is that it's not, I know people are going to get, no, it's not like that. It is. You're not getting that much less rolling resistance for a lot more work. There's a reason why nobody uses maglev trains, guys. Like, I hate to be a buzzkill like that, but... So maglev trains, you have to have the magnets, and, you know, a rail is just literally pieces of wood and pieces of steel. With maglevs, you have to have passive magnets in the tracks. That's more expensive to make. The expense doesn't justify the upgrade in rolling resistance. Maglevs have literally 0 rolling resistance. It's not a lot. It's really nothing. But the rolling resistance on trains with this, which already works and is like it's been used for like 200 years almost, right? Actually, it is about 200 years. This is really simple to make. Even like a high-speed train track is still simple compared to this. It's just rails with concrete ties, right? It's not justified unless you're building new, right? It doesn't make any sense. So it's a lot more expensive for not a lot much more rolling resistance. That's why people don't use them. Yeah, I mean it's not rolling resistance. Maglevs literally have 0 rolling resistance. It's air resistance at that point. Did you see that drummer tested out the Stationeer's Mars Mountain Save and got a 40% performance gain in the new beta? I did, Mason. I was talking to Dean last night. Yeah, about stuff like this. I'm on. Alright, I'm going to groundwork this just because that's going to look right when the terrain gets close, but here's what we're going to do. Ready? Yeah. This part needs to be a bridge. Man. Was that not graded? It wasn't graded, was it? Yep. I'm an idiot. Okie siddly diddly dokey, oh? I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I see it, guys. I see it. Sorry. Alright, there we go. We're at a 1% grade. See, this is why making guide rails on the ground is a good idea, because you can snap the bridge segments to it, and you get a good idea where the track's going to go, etc., etc. Oof. I'm wondering, hang on. Oh! Oh! Oh, nice view. Look at the paperclip. Oh, that's sick. I'm gonna die. Ugh. I don't know what happened. Nice view, though. Did you see the whole paperclip? Somebody go back and screenshot that, man. Damn. I'm flying. I'll fly. Well. Spin launch. Good thing there's no fall damage. Yeah, that would have sucked, man. That's not flying. We're falling with style. That'd be a nice view if you could always fly, right, Lex? Did you see that? So stupid. EJ, I break video games. You know, like how Happy Gilmore's slogan was, he doesn't play golf, he destroys it? I don't play games, I destroy them. I will break your game. For a brick. You flew pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty much the end of the pass, the end of the valley here. So I'm thinking we hug this wall and then we go that way and we stick to the side of the hill. Instead of trying to go out here and go around, because that's gonna look terribad. Yeah, we're going right through here. So see right here, this is where we are. So that's 12,400. So we've gone down about 1,500 feet since the iron mine. 13,800 to 12,400. That's 1,400. Yeah. Okay. Gone down about 1,400 feet in that segment. So if we double back, that'll be another 1,400 feet. If we double back, it'll be another 1,400 feet. If we double back again, yeah, okay. All right. We should be able to do this. Go down another 1,400 and then loop it around town and then have it go back and then back again. That actually should work. Nice. All right. I have the route planned. It's not going to be too long, guys. I mean, it's going to be long. Don't get me wrong. But I'll be able to pull a much longer train and I'll be able to go faster. Can we link this into the paperclip? No, I don't want to link it into the paperclip, dude. And the reason I don't want to is because switches, right? Switches have to be flat. You can't make switches turn. You can't make switches on a grade. Alright, so I gotta redo some of the rails here. We'll put new guide rails in. Got it? Let me see. Let me see. I want to take a look. It probably borked the encoder there for a second. Yeah. Oh, look at the paperclip, man. Isn't that cool? See, it comes down there, goes over here, 5 head. Look, 5 head. It's a nice head. All right. So it comes down here, loops around, goes down here like this, loops around again, boom. That's cool. That's really cool. Thanks for screenshotting that, T-Man. I'm going to save that. We will go into research miscellaneous. There we go. Done. IRL switches are okay on a grade. I don't see why not. But yeah, with the current track tools, you ever send a handcard on the roller coaster guide rails? Never done that. That'd be kind of sick, though. The problem is some of it's in the ground, Dish, but... Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Alright, so let's go... doesn't want to take this time. Come on. Maybe I have to steer the tracks. Oh, okay. Still stuck on the side of a mountain, huh? No, not really. We're aiming for that valley. We're aiming for that valley right there. That's fine. But what I can do is put these. Come here. This is fine. This is fine. There we go. Yeah, and then we'll go out here, take a right, and hug that side of the valley. We'll loop around. It'll look good. Or the other thing we could do, and I was thinking about this, the other thing we could do is go out here and take a left, and then go around this hill here. It'll look a little strange because the railroad tracks will be really high up comparatively to the trees, but we'll loop around and we could switch back it. So we are right here. Okay, 12,400 is just where I ended the track right there. We could go around here and switch back and then go back up the valley, right? And just hug the wall and then go around underneath the iron mine and then go around again on the valley, right? All the way down to the smelter. I think that'll give us enough room, to be honest, because the way I see it is that over here we went from 10,000 feet down to 7,000 and we only needed to go around twice here. So from the iron mine, we went down 1,500 feet, give or take. It was 1,400. So 1,400 from here to here, right? If I go back, it's another 1,400. So that's almost halfway. That's half the distance, right? And if I go around again, that puts us at 1,000 feet, basically right here. And then we could have it like take a right here and hug the wall and then come in that way. That should give us enough slack, so to speak. That should be good. Falcon 9 had a successful static fire. Cool, cool. It reminds me of those Oculus demos. Nice, dude. Yeah, sorry, I know that was late. But yeah, that's funny. Static fire looked to be nominal. Good, 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 good. Yeah, that's for Axiom, right? Like, once again, dudes, I don't think people understand how crazy that Axiom mission actually is. We're talking an all-commercial mission. The first all-commercial mission to the space station. No governments involved. NASA is just overseeing the whole thing. That's the future, man.
Discovery,
That's the
go
future
and
of a
run.
low Earth orbit economy. Catching! 58 months. Thanks, dude. Alright, let's bridge this up. Let's see how it works. Hey, Flykin. How are you? Oh, grade. Damn it! Sorry, Lex. Yeah, thank you. Not sorry, thank you. I don't know why I always forget it, dude. I just never worked into my workflow to check for it, which is dumb. Alright. Grade 1% down. Oh, hi, Dragon. What's new with you? That's sick, dude. You can edit the grade at the end with the bridges. It'll apply to the whole bridge. That's right. Yeah, because they use constant grade. I keep forgetting that. How do you get the resources to construct the actual tracks? It's sandbox right now, Tech. You can just use as much resources as you want. But I have a feeling those resources will be consumable in the future.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
KJ, I like trains. Yeah, me too, man. I like trains, and I like making trains go fast, so that's why I'm building this way. Nice. No time for Wings Wednesday? I wanted to play Railroads today. Yeah, Draco, I have a feeling that that's where they're going with this. If they add consumables, right? Like if you have to get the lumber to make this and like tow the lumber up here with the train, yeah. That kind of puts my whole, you know, making the route flatter and straighter argument to bed, because you'd need so much that your return, it would take longer to get your return on investment. Like, it would take such a long time that I'm not sure, like, yeah. Do real tracks have banks on the turns? They do. Omni. Yeah, they bank. Not much, but they bank. Like, it depends. A high-speed rail line, yeah, that'll bank. Sure. But they bank corners where the tracks are tight, if that makes any sense. Yes, it's very tight like a tiger. I can tell from your tight bench. All you had to do was just follow the grade, EJ. Wait, this isn't Hootie and the Blowfish. Yeah, no, this is though. It's called I only want to hold your hand. I only want to hold your hand to let her cry. Yep. You hear it? I only want to hold your hand to let her cry. Get it. Meow. Brown note. I gotta sneeze. It's turbocharger. Hey, trains can have turbos too. Actually, you should see when the bearing fails on a turbo diesel locomotive. It turns into a flamethrower. It's pretty awesome. show us or it didn't happen. Let me build my rails, bro. Don't rail me, bro. Don't tase me. Wait, rail me? Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. Move along, children. You're holding up the line. What? Have you seen a runaway diesel? Yeah. I've seen people on YouTube intentionally run away an old diesel motor because there's quote-unquote no use for it, which is funny to me. Just like there was quote-unquote no use for that old Saturn 1 stage that NASA scrapped yesterday. God, am I pissed about that. That's still, I'm still angry. Yep, still mad. Yes, let the hate flow. So NASA, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that NASA that NASA scrapped that stage because nobody wanted it, right? Quote unquote, nobody wanted it. They basically put that stage up for sale. Like, they'll give it to you for nothing if you pay for the transportation costs. That was the deal. And then they kept it up for sale during the freaking pandemic. And then, pandemic's over, right? It's not, but you get the idea. Pandemic's over. Oh, nobody wanted this. Yeah, of course no one's gonna want it during the pandemic, you dopes. Are there passes like this in real life? Yeah, sure. Look up Crawford Notch in New Hampshire, Victory. Yeah, looks exactly like this. That's what I'm basing it off of, believe it or not. Seriously, though, what are you doing, NASA? What's wrong with you? Dude, if I had to, like, drive tough enough down there and get, like, a gooseneck trailer or something to haul it, or... I mean, maybe, like, I don't know, maybe, like, we could have hired somebody to freaking move it or something. It's just super goddamn frustrating. We could have hired goalie. Yeah, exactly, Hellfish. There's no way that, we couldn't find a buyer for it. Bull freaking crap. Bull crap. I don't believe that for a second. You're just lazy. Believe me, take it from somebody that's actually freaking lazy. Yeah, I know. I would freaking know. That's ridiculous. I can't, dude, it pisses me off. That's really not cool. So, if you're wondering why EJ's so pissed, NASA scrapped a Saturn 1 stage, the Saturn 1 test article. Scrapped it. They took an excavator to it. Like Whistling Diesel style. I'm like, what? What? Why would you do that? It's very frustrating. I wouldn't have made a home out of it, Draco. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, Hellfish, we have enough resources here that people probably would have done that crap for free. I don't know where we would have moved it. But you're telling me there's no museums, no nothing? Nothing. Nobody wanted this stage. That's bullcrap. The truth to that is that they tried to pawn this stage off during the middle of the pandemic. All right, and no one's gonna be jonesing for Saturn V stage for their museum because their damn museum's gonna be freaking closed because there's a pandemic. It's unbelievable. The incompetence is real. Like, we would have been able to find a spot for it. I should have jumped on it because somebody linked that article to me in 2019 when they were getting rid of it. You know, I wish I had the freaking foresight, dude. This will cheer you up. Yeah, no, the case. Yeah, I know. That's cool. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, who's the spouse in this particular scenario, Orion? I can't believe it. I can't believe they scrapped an original 1961 test article from the Apollo program. They scrapped it. Are you freaking high? Are you kidding me right now? You know, like, oh, it costs money to maintain. Yeah, because you were maintaining it, right? Yeah, no, you weren't. They did what? Dude. I'm in... Look. They scrapped the SA-1 test article. The original Saturn 1B test article. No. You know what? I'm not usually one for publicly shunning people. Whoever said do this needs to be... No. That is a crime. Right there. You destroyed a piece of history. And I don't care, like, oh, it's too hard to maintain. Yeah, look at it. Look at how corroded it is. Yeah, because you were maintaining it, right? I mean, to be fair, when I say they went whistling on it, I'm not kidding. It's a 336, which is a great excavator, to be honest with you. Really nice piece of equipment. But also, what is the matter with you? Yeah, and they're going to scrap its test stand, too. The original S1 test stand. Yeah, you know, oh, it's too difficult to maintain. NASA, it's too difficult to maintain. We don't have the money to maintain. Also, NASA. Yeah. You really been maintaining that, huh? That's a Saturn 1. It's a Saturn 1 first stage test stand. Twin cell test stand. That's not okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be pissed about this for a while. That really, like, I'm not one to question NASA's judgment on things, but also, that's absolutely 100% unacceptable. Like, what? Okay, all right, guys. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. This is what bothers me the most about this. Okay. Look, let's look at Huntsville, okay? Huntsville's up here. U.S. Space and Rocket Center. It's right here, okay? So that test stand with that stage has been sitting out in front of that test stand for literally 50 years, right? There's the test stand. There's the stage. Okay? See it? Well, that's what it looked like. You're telling me all these crappy SLS test articles can just sit there? No, you're not scrapping those. This is no, we can't do that. So that's there, right? Literally down the street. Down the street. Where is it? It's up here. Down the street is the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. You're telling me these guys didn't want another Saturn 1 stage? They couldn't have done without another one? They literally have a mock-up of a Saturn V and a real Saturn 1 and a real Saturn V in there. Not to mention all the Skylab test article mock-ups. They literally have a Titan missile sitting outside. You're telling me you couldn't have moved it three miles down the road? Nothing. No, couldn't do that? They have an original Titan II stage. You see that Titan II stage right there? That was recovered. That's a first stage of a Titan that's flown. It's one of the few times before Falcon 9 that the U.S. ever recovered the first stage from a conventional rocket. You're telling me they didn't want it? You didn't even try. There's a Saturn 1 fairing right there. There's a freaking another Titan stage right there. And then the front of a B1 right there. That's a B1A test article. A. You're telling me and there's a prototype Apollo telescope mount? They have all this stuff sitting out in the field. You're telling me that you couldn't have just moved it there? That's bullcrap. That's bullcrap. It's bull. Somebody put that up for sale. They half-assed the job. And then when, they just put out a random press say, oh yeah, we want to sell this stage. Right? Didn't bother driving it, didn't bother telling anybody, and then when they got no nibbles, they scrapped it. It's lazy. It's gross. It's disgusting. You're telling me these guys didn't want it down the road? They didn't want the original Saturn 1 test article? They have Atlas missiles, Redstone, Jupiter, Juno, Saturn 1. A Skylab mock-up. They have the Skylab mock-up, dude. You telling me they didn't want... Yeah, okay. I'll believe that when my crap turns purple. Unbelievable. Incompetency. That, like, and... Dude, you know, I know that NASA... I try not to bark up NASA's tree too much because I don't know better. But this is an exception to that. That's ridiculous. It's gross. That's disgusting. I can't believe that. And then they're going to scrap its test stand, too. Like... What are you doing? What are you doing? Who thought? Oh yeah, scrap this 50-year-old test article because no one wants it. Yeah, sure. Okay. Sure. Yeah, no one wants it. I'm sure that's exactly how that panned out, you freaking incompetent frick sock. Couldn't move it 3 miles down the road? No, we can't do that. That's too much work. We don't have the budget for it. Okay. That'll take one truck, one day. Man, that's infuriating. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to rant. That's infuriating. Yeah, 04. Unbelievable. And never mind this, oh, you know, we'll pay people to move it. It's yours. We'll sell it to you for $1. You know, like... Yeah, okay. Is that track floating? It is. I bet it took more money to rent the machine and operator to scrap it and then clean it up than it would to move it, Fleck. And I agree with you. It's really stupid. It's dude, it's infuriating. Like I don't mean to rile you guys up, but that's not okay. It's just not okay. You can't do that. What are you doing? What's wrong with you? I need to know the person that is responsible for saying that this is okay. Because look, you know, I don't think they should be fired or anything, but they should. I'm going to turn my nose up at you and judge, and you know I don't do that very often. I don't turn my nose up at people. I really don't like doing that. But also at the same time, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? I mean, the thing's gone, so whatever. Making up a fuss for no reason, but yeah. You know, they originally put out the advertisement in late 2019, or the proposal for somebody to take it in 2019, and then they got no nibbles during the pandemic, and then, oh yeah, nope, nobody wants it. We'll scrap it then. Yeah, okay. $250,000, yeah. It's so stupid, Bill. You telling me it costs $250,000? They just tow it down and leave it on the Space and Rocket Center's front doorstep. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't complain. Yeah, nobody wanted it. Yeah, what a joke. This is a joke. It is a yoke. Alright, so, do we want to keep hugging the valley? Anyway, I'm going to change the subject. That's going to piss me off too much. Alright, so, we're right here. We're in this pass. Do we want to hug the valley and go right, or do we want to try to loop around and then double back? Maybe there was some underlying issue, like they couldn't move it for technical reasons. Bright, yeah, it's got to be something like that. It's got to be something like it's too, you know, maybe it has like asbestos in it or something, you know, like there's got to be something, because you know, like at the same time I refuse to believe that anybody in their right mind would say, yeah, just scrap it, you know. My vote is to the right, clockwise, double back. I mean, what we're probably going to have to do, Omni, is go out here a little ways, turn around, and then come back anyway, you know. But Navy ships do have asbestos in them. Yeah, that's true. You know what? I'll be honest with you guys. I'm kind of interested in I'm kind of interested to see what this is going to look like if we go left out of here and try to loop back instead of going to the right. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm working off the wrong radius. Hold on. I have to, we have to use the outside rail, or else the turn isn't going to work right. It's not going to be, it's going to be hard to make the parallel. If it had asbestos, they wouldn't take the crane to it like that. You know what? That's a very good point. No, it's just lazy. It's just lazy. Oh, we don't have the budget. It's just typical corporate nonsense. We don't have the budget to do it. It's hilarious to me. They put out the proposal for someone to take it in 2019, and they got no nibbles during the frigging pandemic. Like, okay, sure. Yep, that's how that works, right? Like, okay. Hey, Kentab. Alright, so this is guide track again, dudes. Let's, yeah, see, this is the part where we're going to go out over... Tracks are going to be really high up off the ground. But Rocket Lab catch, that's nice. That's right. I didn't even get to cover that for Space News yesterday. There was so much Space News from the Space Symposium yesterday, guys, that I didn't even get to, like, Rocket Lab reuse and Starship updates. I hear water. Hear that? Probably should have cut down more trees here so I could see. Last, please. Alright. Is your double rail to the iron mine going to be like a loop so you could just keep going over, or you're going to have a switcher? What? I could loop it, Flykin, so we go down the other line. Yeah, we could do that. I have enough room to make a loop up at the top if we really want to. Yeah, I could do that if we wanted to. Yeah, sure. Yeah, T-Man. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we were talking about it last night, dude. This is a game changer. Once this blind things drops, I think I'll start a new save. Yeah, Cantab, I think I might start a new save as well with splines. I'm just building this to get some experience, you know? Just because. Help me survey the routes and stuff. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to jump too far and make more work for ourselves. I'll put the bridge in on this temporary ground or this temporary rail on a 1% grade, and we'll see what it does. Do the splines reticulate? Well, they better, dude, or else why are we here? Why are we still here? Just to suffer. I screwed up because I had lock on. Damn it. Low-key, my most wanted feature is a buildable step and ladder. That's the Omni, yeah. I remembered that you could change it halfway this time, though. Gotcha, I didn't know. No. No need to apologize. You still reminded me. All good, man. Oh boy. I mean, it's definitely high up, but, you know, so was the first part of the paperclip, you know. Trains, yeah, just don't really like turning all that much. I actually like this double back. That's actually pretty cool. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to continue it. Accounting for the Great Flood. I like it. Yeah, Noah's train, man. Or something. Nope. That corner isn't gonna work. I'm just gonna remake this part of rail. We gotta go a little bit further with it, dudes. Because remember, this is the outside track. Which is the inside track right there, because that's a right turn and not a left turn. Alright, let's start the turn here. So 5 degrees. And then increase that to 10. Then increase it to 15. Then decrease it back to 10. And then decrease it back to 5. And then put it to 0. Oh! Oh! Bingo. This is the outside rail, SC. Yeah, it's that rail, the one on the right up there. So the one on the right becomes the outside rail, turns around, and then that one is this one, not that one. Understand? Here, let's go up there and see if we can make more bridge. I want to see how this looks. Which is why I'm basically just making one track right now. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, might as well lay the track. But then again, I am seeing how it looks. But then again, I'm pretty intent on doing this. It's going to be really cool. If we're carrying a long enough freight train, the locomotive could be like right there, and then the last cars in the train could be right here if we're carrying a long enough train. That'd be really cool. You could literally pass the train at the back of the train. But then again, go fuck yourself. What? That looks so cool. Yeah, no, I'm happy we did this. Yeah, exactly, Orion. If they make the tracks consumable resources, then yeah, we're probably not gonna have the opportunity to make stuff like this again, man. My heart's pretty intent on doing this, so let's rail it up. Yeah, Warlock, right? Yeah, you see the back of the train. It's like, huh? Okay. That's gonna look sick. You don't care for the rail deck, I take it? Can't have the rail deck, I always have trouble placing. I would love to rail deck just the bridges. I think that would look really cool. But every time I do, every time we try to get that rail deck working, it never works how you want. Yeah, Robert, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stuff like this isn't that uncommon, especially out in the American West. Yeah, doing stuff like this is not that big of a deal. How's the giant paperclip coming along? Pretty good. My rail deck never works like I want it to either. Yeah. Right. Is it true that we'll have to redo the track? They're trying to incorporate backwards compatibility into it right now, but it might be a little bit difficult. That's from one of Heiss's update blogs the other day. Look up the Hiawatha Rail in Idaho. It has some insane bridges. Yep. Yep, we'll be down to the smelter sooner rather than later. This looks like every other railroads in Wales. Is the terrain in Wales hilly like this? Well, Lego, that's self-explanatory, isn't it? Yeah, yes it is, if it looks like this. Idiot. Alright, so now let's double up the tracks. Like, how hilly is Wales, to be honest? I don't know. I've never been there. They have a lot of narrow gauge rack and pin for slopes. Ah, okay. Yeah, I was gonna build more of the bridge right now to, you know, kind of see, but now that we've built this out, I like this better. And I like the switchback that we've made. I think that's really, really cool. Now I'm putting these in so I can get the spacing for the second track on the that'll be on the left side of us right now. But most of Mid Wales is full of hills and mountains. Yeah. Sfishio, what's up, man? When you get the new place, will you build a layout? I don't know, Galactic, maybe. It depends. Monroe just released a video doing exactly what you did about the Tesla Berlin drone video. Go through it frame by frame. Oh, cool. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Mason. I didn't really see anything that was particularly out of the norm for like an automobile factory. The only major difference that I could spot, obviously, is like the electric motor, for instance, right? And the only other difference that I could spot is that the factory itself is an assembly line. I.e., the factory is not finished, and they're still cranking out cars. Okay? So, you know what that tells me? That tells me that the way Tesla is set up is designed to be scalable. But the crazy part is that it's scalable in both directions. You have a scalable assembly line, which I'm going to go ahead and guess is something someone probably already figured out. But it's a scalable assembly line inside of a scalable factory, which is unbelievably cool. There's an assembly line for the machine that makes the machine. Which is, dude, that's like next level industrial engineering, man. Witness the true power of this fully armed and operational gigafactory. Shoot Will in the face, Commander. Sorry, Will. Oh, there's a little intake up there, huh? So I'm guessing what I'm guessing is that Tesla can scale up and scale down. Now, I'll be honest with you, scaling down is something that the auto industry doesn't do very well. You build a bigger factory, and then you need a bigger factory, and then you've made enough cars so you don't need a bigger factory, right? Then you have this big factory and you're not producing as many cars. That's part of the reason why automakers came up with, oh, I don't know, let's build a new car instead, right? You know, let's build a new car, and then people will want the new car, and you know, with an upgrade or whatever, right? Or you could do a Henry Ford and just have one factory that just keeps producing Model Ts, right, for like 30 years, and then just keep upgrading it over time. And then, you know, and then they did that again with the Model A, but Henry Ford made the Model A because Edsel was up Henry Ford's tail about not just making Model Ts. Henry Ford's like, the Model T is what people need. People don't need another car. You don't need to buy another car. All you need to do is buy a Model T. They're great. And he's not wrong, but, you know, but going back to it, like, having a factory that can scale in both directions, which I think Tesla is doing. Because they're not going to always produce as many electric cars as they're producing now. And I think Tesla knows that. They're not always going to be making, 100,000 Model 3s a year. Right? That's not going to happen that way. They're not always going to make that much. So I think when, everybody ends up buying an electric car, etc., I think they'll scale the factory back down, which is fine. It's a really smart way to do things. Do car factories have a line for every model? It depends, Swishio. It depends. The five-head solution there, dude, is to make cars with common parts. So have one assembly line make like steering wheels, right? Because, a pickup truck steering wheel, right? And an SUV steering wheel and a crossover steering wheel, they're all going to be the same. They're not going to be different. Steering wheel's a damn steering wheel. You make one steering wheel and put it in all your cars. That's less time, right? That's what the automakers do. Actually, GM and Toyota are notorious for this. Having one thing that does one part, one assembly line that makes like steering wheels or seats. Because if you have one assembly line making like leather seats and one assembly line making cloth seats, and you have like 6 different types of cars, you could theoretically sell 12 different types of cars, right? Because you have the 6 base model cars with cloth seats, and then you have the 6 luxury model cars with leather seats. Right? So now you're selling 6 cars with 12 trims. And that's a more wide range of affordability, which is smart. That's the old General Motors. That's the GM that I like. Like from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. They really, 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 really tried as hard as they could to make the end user, to make a good product for the end user and make it easy to fix and work on your cars. So people would keep buying Chevys, and that's exactly what they did. They don't do that much nowadays, but LS engines? They were doing that way before LS engines. Small blocks. The small block Chevy was produced basically from like 1958? Started as a 283 and worked all the way up to a 400 throughout the years. I mean, to be fair, Ford did the same thing too, but Chevy was really good at min-maxing their assembly lines like that. To have one assembly line, or the least amount of parts make the most amount of cars. They were really good at that. The guy that thought up that is a guy by the name of Bill Durant, who's like the father of Chevy, which is smart. That's really, really smart. Really next level stuff. What about the Morris Minor? I mean, the Brits did the same thing, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's cool. 87 Buick. Neat. Yeah, no. GM was playing Factorio in the freaking 30s, dude, which is pretty damn impressive if you ask me. Something about doing an inner radius on this bridge is... making the track float. Tell me this isn't one of the things that's... Yeah, it's... Yeah, the Morris? Yeah, of course. It's gross. No. I'm sure it's fine for what it does, but yeah. I don't understand why the inner radius has to be at such a weird grade like this. Your grade was set to 2. No, I know, like, there's something strange going on here. And I'm not... It's some mathematical thing that I'm missing. Because they're not the same length. Yeah, I think you're right. Because it's a shorter distance, right? So we're gonna need a steeper grade because it's a shorter distance. That makes sense. So yeah, we're gonna need to start at like... Yeah, the length is shorter, right? So, yeah, okay. Man, how are we gonna figure that one out? I have no idea what the distances are here. For the next time, do the inner side first.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
I think if we're not using guide tracks, making the inner bridge first would be right. But yeah, now, well, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna have to fudge it a little bit. Can we like variable grade the trestle bridge? All right, we'll start it at like a... We might have to make this bridge in segments, man. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do that. I see terrain I like. Nice. Let's try just setting it to 125 and see what happens. Does that mean that this track is steeper? Shouldn't that technically mean that the inner track is a little steeper? It's got to be beyond a 1% grade. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Parallel tracks do be like that, huh? Interesting. So how are we gonna do this? Okay, I got an idea. We'll go to the end, right? I'm just going to set this to like a 2% grade for right now, right? Because we can, as long as I center punch it, right? That means if we take the inner track, this thing's going to have to do a little bit more work. So I'm just going to leave it like this, right? At a minus 2%. I want to see what it does. Yeah, because, oh man, if this grade isn't in a multiple of 0.25, then this is going to be really hard to get this right. Nope. It's just, I'm just gonna keep it at 2 and we'll see how it looks. Oh. Oh. Oh, it came in fine. Huh. Alright. I guess. Man, do you know how lucky we are that that math came in correctly? See last? What's up? I just saw this on Steam and thought you might be interested. It comes out on the 21st. Orbital Industries. Oh, that's neat. That looks cool. Best shot ever. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yep. Wonder if it snaps once you're finished. Yeah, like, because what are the... Like, how do I even know how big the radius is here? Like... It's 15 degrees per 100 on the radius. Dude, you know how lucky we got to get that radius just right to where the outer track has a 1% grade and the inner track is a 2% grade? Like, right? Like, how ridiculous is that actually? How ridiculous is that we got that right, like right off the bat? That's insane. I mean, it is okay. See, 2% isn't exact. It's a decimal point. There's a decimal in there. It's probably like 2.1 or something. Yeah, see? She's floating. Damn. Yeah, track's really floating up here. Yeah. Should I remake the tracks? Should we demolish the tracks and remake them so they're not floating? Because now all I really need to do is just... All we really need to do is just remake the tracks on the bridge. We just went from the Eureka having a max pullable from 33 to 16. From 1 to 2. Yeah. And just to give you another thing to think about, in real life a curve is effectively steeper than its true gradient because it takes extra effort for the loco to pull the train on a curve. I still have the Eureka, Alex. We're making more money though. I have enough to buy more. We have 4,600. I could buy the Cook right now. Or the DGNR. Or DNGR, Denver and or DNRG. That's what I'm thinking. Guys, I'm gonna save my work here. But I have an idea. If you don't mind, I'll save, right? You missed the past 2 hours of stream. See over there, on that hillside over there? That's basically where I started today. We made some really awesome progress. So it... Okay. All right. I gotta draw it. All right. So, our track goes down here, right? And say the mountain is right here, and then that hilltop is right there. So the track goes like this, right? And then we have the other rail, right? That goes around. Just bear with me. That goes around like this, right? At this point, the rails are flat. They're right parallel with each other like that. And then down here, they're still flat, which means that our inner radius right here is going to equal somewhere around a 2% grade. Why don't I keep the inner radius at a 1% grade and then have the tracks staggered? So, like, right here, the tracks will go around like this and then come back, right? And then if you look at it right here, tracks will be flat. And then if you look at it right here, the tracks will be like this. Now, why? Well, now you have two different tracks at two different levels. That's going to be such a pain in the butt to make, right? No, not really. I mean, that'll look really freaking cool, first of all. It'll look amazing. Second of all, remember, we doubled around in the valley. So, like, we're around in the valley, right? And then we need to go back eventually, right? So, theoretically, if I make this corner and this corner the same radius, right? If we make them the same radius, right? That means for this segment of track right here, the lines will be like this. And then if I make the exact same radius with the exact same distance between the rails, 2x segments, and then we go around a corner, right? That means when the tracks get right here, they'll be flat again, right? Am I right? Oh, cool, Kantan. Let me see. That's a good idea and something you often see on real railroads and highways. Well, check it out. Look at the topographical map. So, here. You know what? Open with paint. All right. So, check this out. That loop thing that I'm telling you guys about. So, we're right here. I have parallel tracks right here, and they go like this. Right? What I'm thinking is that the tracks can go all the way down here, circle around like this, and then that should be enough to get us into the smelter, right? If I make this radius, here, let's go all the way down here with the double track, right? Right? If we do something like that, if I make this radius right here the same, more or less, as that radius right there, that means by the time the tracks get here, they'll even out. It'll be perfect. Does the game supply a topographical map? No, somebody made this. Hey, we could even have the tracks go right here like this if we really wanted to. That'll give us a little more terrain. Then they go uneven again in the last turn to the smelter. Yeah. Well, I'll figure that one out. We'll figure it out. So that means we're just going to need that means that the outer rail is going to need a little bit of a bigger ramp than that one. That's all. Like once they go straight, one track will be up here and then we just have them both go down and they'll even out. I think. Either that or by the time we get here, we're nice and level so it doesn't matter anyway. And even then, we'll just need a bigger ramp on the outside. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do. That's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, so once again, I'm going to save my work, right? And we're going to get rid of this bridge here. I mean, the other thing is that if we have straight pieces of track, we can level the tracks. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Like, if there's a straight segment after this, one could have a longer ramp than the other, and we could even it out. I mean, honestly, that's something I should have done from the start. I didn't even think about it. But see, that's part of the reason why I insisted on just making the line. I want to make it, right? Like, even though a new track update is coming out, is because you're going to learn something like that. We wouldn't have learned this if I just said, screw it, I just want to drive trains around today, you know? So here's what we're doing. Watch this. Give me the bridge. Give me the steel trestle bridge. Set it to a 1% grade. And let's go around the radius. Let's see where it takes us. So it's really going to start getting out of whack here in a second. I'm just curious to see what the height difference is. As long as we just keep center pointing these right on the tracks, it should be fine. Also, the struts will mismatch. I'm okay with that. That's fine. No one's gonna pay that any mind. They'll be too distracted by the views. See, like, in this particular case, I thought it was like some kind of float point error. It's not. It's not, it's just math. Damn it, math. I gotta go up there and walk the track again. I fell through the rails, man. OSHA. Yeah, right, Dart? Yeah. They'll mismatch, but they'll mismatch realistically. Yep. This is weird. This is weird. I don't like this. I'm walking on my other rails. How am I going to get rid of those rails? Like, those guide rails are going to be very weird. Hello, bridge. Okay. Come on. There we go. Man, look at the difference. Those are both on a 1% grade. Is that nuts? So how we can do this, you know, I know people are going to say, oh, dude, how are you going to get the parallels? Well, how are you going to do that? Make the outside rail first and do exactly what I just did. It'll get me the parallel every time. Easy. Okay, so I'm going to save, but we're going to save in the third slot just because. Yeah, and then this is just keep that 1% grade going when the track is straight and they'll eventually even out. That's cool, man. Actually, I mean, yeah, Synerd, or not Synerd, Scrivy? Is that what you said? Scrivy? Yeah, they'd only even out if I stopped the slope on the other trap. Scrivy, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right, that's right, that's right. Yeah, it'll even out. That means it'll even out in the other corner. Yeah, no, I'm doing that. That's gonna be sick. All right, so let me get rid of the rails, and then we'll make a new set of rails on top of this bridge. This is gonna look sick. Oh man, I'm really happy. I'm really happy we figured that out. Thanks for helping me out with that one, chat. I don't think I can delete some of the rails that are... Uh-oh. I just got here, but you're welcome. Yeah, we might be able to do it from the ground. You know what? I don't really care. No one's gonna see the damn tracks. Like, I can't even see where they are. Oh, there it is. Yeah. It doesn't... Yeah, they're stuck. It's inside of the 3D shape, so screw it. Don't worry about it. That's cool, Bandit. Neat. Were all the previous curves made a little bit wrong then? A little bit, and look, you can actually see it. Look, that track is sunk in. Interesting. I don't think I had a sharp enough curve to really have it make a difference between a couple of percentage here, right? Like, it's just more reinforced. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's make some tracks. Yeah, see, this is where it starts to get tight. Sorry guys, I'm not talking too much because I'm trying to focus on building this rail out right. If the worry is with exceeding 1% grade, why not just lay the inside track first at 1% and then height match the outside track? Tracks, because so Aqua tracks can only be, I can only make a segment of track a certain distance, right? So how do I know that I won't exceed the maximum distance of track that can be placed on the outside rail? Understand? Like, I can only make my segments of track so long. So if I make the inside one first at maximum length, right, then we can't make the outside ones because they're beyond the maximum length of track that you can place. Right? What I also could do, is just, the bridge segments are a little bit longer. The steel bridge segments are a little bit longer than the maximum track segment. If I make the inside track first, I could use my X braces, right, and go out here, and then I could make the bridge off of that track. And then we could lay the track second. We could do that. That would eliminate a little bit of the struggle, I think. Yeah, exactly, Likes. That's right. You'd have float issues because we wouldn't be working in quarter of a percent of grade. Yeah. I'm going to keep building the outside ones first. Oh, come here now. That looks freaking sick. Yeah, that looks freaking awesome. I'm just gonna say that right now. That looks really freaking cool. I should have done it on that corner too, but it's alright. That would screw up the rest of this. We're only off by like maybe like 0.1% on that corner, but if you do that whole crazy radius, like a 300 or 270 degree corner, yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of a difference there. Serious, it was a statement, not a question. I know you know you have trouble with using your brain from time to time. Like that typo that you made. Can't have trees growing in my bridge supports, man. It's a fire risk or something. Oh. Well, that tree got some distance. That looks awesome. I am a monument to all your skills, chat. Yeah, 1 to 2 weeks on the drop for splines. I'm not even sure I'll get this damn thing done. But those are natural supports, superior to steel supports. Yeah, sure. Alright, let me go down there and delete some of the guide track here. Man, I'm really happy we chose to do this way. I probably wouldn't have caught this if we had it go around the other way. Oh, that's so cool, man. It's so over-engineered for narrow gauge, but I don't care. It looks awesome. Oh, that's so legit. Gonna do some prettying up here. Here we go. What's the quick explanation on your new discovery? If we have a big curve and we're using parallel rails on a big curve, the inner track is going to have less distance, right? So it's going to need, if I wanted my tracks to stay parallel, it's going to need a steeper grade, like a 2% grade for them to come out parallel on the other side because distances and stuff. How large is the map? 4 square kilometers. There we go. Wait, what was the deflection in the logging camp line turn? It's flat during that huge turn, SC. It really only takes maybe like a 20 to 30 degree turn. So you go up the hill, takes a small turn to the right, and that's it. But yeah, one of those tracks, it's on a 175 grade. That means one of those tracks that goes out to the logging camp easily, I would say that it gets up to a 2% grade. Would you not? Like, I think, yeah, it definitely does. But the locomotive really never had any problems with it. And that was pulling like 12 cars full up and down that thing. Well, not full up, but... Is parallel tracks the most efficient then? You could have single tracks in multiple locations that use the terrain to increase downward slope to objectives. Parallel tracks are not the most efficient stuff. What I'm kind of taking into account is that maybe later I want chat to join me on a save. So parallel tracks could be useful, you know? It's kind of where I'm at. That looks awesome, though. It's 4 kilometers by 4 kilometers squared. Do you like my bridge? Oh, I can't wait to drive a train up this. Dude, figuring that out actually made me like this game more. Despite it making more work. Making it more work for me. Because now it's going to be harder to do parallel tracks. But you know what? I don't care. To be honest with you, I really don't care. It's going to be awesome. That's right, Scurvy. Scrivy, yep. I'm sorry. Etsy, I'm getting used to it. You're gonna have to bear with me on that one. Truth be told, you may need a yard. I might need a junction, Stuart. I'm aiming for... So we're right here. We're right there. I'm aiming to go all the way down here, turn around, and then put some kind of junction on this flat spot right here. Right? And then, you know, I don't know where we'll go from there. I was thinking maybe, like, go out to the side here and then go down to the smelter or something. How does the sand house work? You put it next to the track and it dumps sand into the locomotive. The locomotive has a bell-shaped reservoir on the top full of sand. It's flat at that height, right? Any area where you don't see lines is flat, yeah. We're flat at 10,000 right there. Oh, my line is not gonna... No, well... Okay, 10,000. Yeah, that might line up. It'll be close. If not, yeah, I'll have to just make a flat spot. We'll have to make a pseudo... Not a pseudo cut. I'll have to just make a cut with terrain and make it look like there's a huge flat spot on the side here and go. Yeah. I think it would be a good idea if, you know, every once in a while to have a water tower, too. Sandhouse nozzle seems to be stupidly high, though. Okay. Does that... What? How does the sandhouse work? It seems to be super... Dude, I don't know. I'm thinking here for a second, boys. I'm trying to think of what's the most efficient workflow. Should I make the right side rail first, then put the X's down, and then make the left side bridge, snap the bridges to the X's? So, right side bridge, right side tracks, right? Left. Okay. Right side bridge, right side rails. X segments, left side bridge, left side track. Or left side rails. That should do it. Yeah, that's the quickest way to do it. I'm just thinking about the workflow in my head here. Scrivy, I think that might be a good idea. Hey, Casby. It's gonna take 10 trips across the canyon? Nah. Down all the way back to the iron mine and then back again should get us what we want. I was thinking about it. So that's elevation 12,000. What's the top of this hill? Because that's basically where we're at. Top of that hill is 13,480. And we're down from... Ooh, 13,800. So we went down 600 feet, not 1,400. Oh, boy. So if we only went down about 600 feet there... So that's 1,200, 1,800. We go around again, and we go around again. Yeah, we're gonna need to make a big paperclip, dude. Gonna be tough. Are we re-engineering this? I'm not sure. I'm not trying to be rude by saying you need a geared locomotive to do the step grade, but now you see what I was saying. I don't know why we'd need a... What are you talking about? What? Stuart? No, I don't take any offense to it at all. Don't worry about it. I'm just trying to think how long the track's going to need to be, because we went down about 600 feet, give or take. I'm going to say here. Let's go over there. Well, that groundwork isn't completely at the top of the hill, right? It's a little bit off to the side. So let's just say we went 12,800 by right here. So from right there, we're at 12,800, and then over here we're at 30. So we went down 1,000 feet, give or take. So we need to go down 6,000 feet. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right? Because we're right here. So that's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. It'll work. It'll work. This will work. Yeah, I can do this. No problem. I can figure in a couple more areas here because we're not figuring in the radius. I'm working in straight lines. We're not figuring in the curve. So the curve is going down like another 20 feet right there. Right? So We started here, followed the canyon up to here, right? So that's 1,000 feet. And then we turn around. That's another 1,000 feet. So that gets us a third of the way there. Okay, so we go around again. We go up here. We can go to here, and I could have it cross the canyon and come back around and then go around again, and then it can go out here, and that should get us where we need. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, give or take, 4,000, 5,000, and then if we go over here and down here into the canyon, 6,000. Boom, we got it. It'll work. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work just fine, actually. Is a 1% grade worth all the extra track? Well, given I have unlimited resources with Track Geek, yes. We can pull a much bigger freight train, dude. Pull a much bigger train. Can you build some floating tracks over the smelter to visualize the problem? We're pretty much aligned right there. And that's taller than the smelter's smokestacks. We gotta go down a little ways. We can do it, though. I'm not... Yeah, no, I can do this. I'm gonna get to work. Whee! Bonk. Man, now that we had such a big breakthrough with this, and I basically have the route planned, I kind of want to keep playing, but we got to do a Starship update with Space News. Just carry on after Space News. Wednesday's usually the time I play my summer car, but we'll see. Yeah, look, we dropped down probably like 30 feet here. About 10 meters. Oh, this is going to look so cool tucked into the hill like that. It's going to look amazing. All right. All right, now let me make the tracks. I'm almost debating if I should just make the ground track. I'm trying to think what will take less time. So with the next turn around, the two tracks will be level again. Pretty much, Altia. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jonathan, this game's fun. Oh, nice, Cantab. I've never used the sand house, dude. Cantab, because I grade all the rails, I never have to use sand. Then again, I haven't really hauled any stuff that's particularly heavy, but... Yeah, when we go around the other end of the valley, Scurvy, they'll match up. Yeah, it'll match. That's really freaking cool. As long as the radius is the same. Now, what's this radius? Right? This radius is about well, actually they'll be a little bit uneven because I didn't take into account for that part of the corner, but how many degrees of rotation are we going? 90? Actually, well, it starts right there, so it's 270 degrees. So as long as I make the radius down at the other end of the iron ore mine, if we come in like this and we go around like that, we make it 270 degrees and then go this way, follow the river, it'll come out perfect. They'll come out perfectly parallel to each other, which is actually really neat. Or, yeah, we could also have one level around the corner and the other one catch up to it. Like, I think that would be a good idea if we find a spot where we want to make a junction, for instance. Like a stopping area with a water tower and stuff, like what we did over there. Are there any turn spots where you think you'd be able to see your tail coming the other way? Right here. Yeah, right here. Literally right here. If we had a long enough train, yeah, we should be able to see the caboose going down. It's pretty cool. We'll try building it this way, using the X's instead of a guide track. I think this might be a little bit more precise. So when I go to make the second bridge, I'm just going to snap them to these. Should be able to do that. Yeah, see, we'll have a longer distance, but if my locomotive can carry like twice as big of a freight train, right, at double the speed, that distance doesn't matter. It's mitigated, I mean, in real life, it'd put less wear on the locomotive. Oh, didn't place that one right. Got some pictures for you. That first one is quite good. The second one is also good. The third one is also good. So I don't have the credits for the last one. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll show that for Space News, dude. This might get a little jank when we go to make this part of the track. Because, well, this track's gonna be up here. I don't know, man. Hopefully it doesn't clip into the ground. That would really suck. We'll see. All right, let's build this bridge. Why not merge the track, then take it back to 2 tracks again? You can't build switches on a inclined surface. Fudge. Yeah. The switches have to stay flat, dude. I think only once. I fell through the rails, Plums. I think it was only one time. It was only once. Come on, don't clip into the terrain. Ho ho ho! Nice! Awesome! Oh, this is gonna look so cool, man. Yeah, see? This doesn't take very long. It doesn't take very long to get it right, and it looks awesome. It's funny that it lets me make the groundwork here. Oh, nice. All right, get rid of that. Okay. So now, right there. See? That doesn't take too long at all. And it looks awesome. How long is the line you're gonna build? It's gonna be pretty long. I gotta go all the way back over to the over to the iron mine and then back again to get back to the smelter. It's gonna be long, but my trains can go faster and I can haul a longer train. So we can go faster and we can haul a longer train, but it takes twice the time. We did the math, or Scrivy did the math out for me. If the grade is 1%, say if the grade is 0, the train can pull like 10 fully loaded cars, right? If it's 1%, it can pull like 7. If it's 2%, it can pull like 5, okay? Or not 5, it goes down to like, basically, long story short, the steeper the grade, you get exponential fall off on how many cars you can carry. Does that make sense? Because this is a 1% grade, I can pull a much bigger train, and I can pull a much bigger train at full speed, up and down, which is good. That's a good thing. Hey, Big Show. Gravity do be like that, man. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to save. I'm going to save the game. We'll save it in slot 3. And then... there we go. I want to make all this groundwork. Ooh. Uh-oh. It's gonna be awfully close. Yeah, there you go. 335 versus 168. Man. Oh boy. My tracks aren't perfectly parallel. Oh man, that's gonna be close. Tracks aren't parallel. Okay, we gotta be careful with that. We gotta make sure that these are parallel. They have to. That's not the controls that I just hit, but that's cool. Alright, for that particular area, I'm gonna reload. Yeah. We'll use bridges for that, but we really need to make sure that the tracks are parallel. What time is it? Oh, it's 4 o'clock. Yeah, LTO, we should be able to offset it, but we gotta make sure the tracks are parallel. Something like that, make. I'll just keep it at keep bridges for now, LTO. Yeah. How much is that in miles? Divided by 5,280. 113 miles. Are we really going to make 113 miles of track here? There's no way. How are we going to make 113 miles of track on... Okay, look. That line right there, that one, is it's a 3,000... Here, I can show you on the topographical map. Look. Alright, so we're at 10,000 right there. Okay? And then the smelter's at 7,000. It's a 3,000 foot drop right there. And I fit it in this area here. There's no... I don't know if they got the grading system right, or if I'm making... We're making a mathematical error or something. I think it might be 6,000 feet of track, not 600,000, but I could be wrong. Unless, like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe the topography is scaled wrong. It's possible. I think the height map is not in feet, but in inches. Huh. Is it though? Why would it be in inches? Is there a key to this map at all? I just assumed that that was feet because that makes the most sense. If it's inches, well, let's see, this is my wheelhouse. So if we're dropping 3,000 inches, okay, so clear this, clear that all out. All right, so 3,000 divided by 12 is a 250-foot drop. That doesn't make sense. No, those numbers don't jive because that means that if we're dropping 250 feet and we're going down 100 feet or 1 foot per 100 feet of track, that means the track would need to be 2,500? 2,500 feet long, right? Am I doing the math there right? Actually, yeah, that makes sense. 2,500 feet, so it's about a half mile. If it's 25,000, I mean, even if it's 25,000, Xeon, I'm just doing the math off the top of my head. So divide that by 5,280. 5 miles of track. That even makes sense. The Unreal Engine is in centimeters. You make games in Unreal. Oh, God, if it's centimeters, it's going to be even harder to convert. No me gusta. Oh. Metric system is easier. Nobody asked you. There we go. That gets us parallel. If we wanted to groundwork this now, it would look better. I think the guy that made the game is German, Top Fuel. That's why. I think. Could be wrong. So I don't know. It really depends. That measurement, I don't know why it would be in inches. Why would you do it in inches? That makes no sense, right? Like, it makes no sense. Why the frick would you do that? Are they adding terraforming? They said that's a distant thing in the roadmap, Blue. No, it's not planned right now. They would have to port to U5 if they wanted to do terrain modification. We're in Unreal 4 right now. Yeah, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to be in inches. But it's interesting, Giphy, because the math checks out, which is... I don't understand. Guess it's scaled to inches? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's very weird. Yeah, see, there we go. That's scaled, right? Or not scaled right, that's measured correctly. The lines are more parallel this time. Yeah, it's very weird. And, you know, for what it's worth, just... I don't really like bringing this up, but... For what it's worth, I understand that metric is easier, guys. Like, I get it. But also, saying that, oh, metric's easier. That really doesn't help me right now. Could be in furlough. Oh, Jesus. My vote is for qubits. So, I mean, what do we think it is? Do we think that topographical map is in centimeters? If it's in centimeters, that means the grade is even less. Interesting. Alright, I'm getting rid of the guide rails here because that's finished segments of track. We'll save the game and then I think it's time for some space news. Yeah? One centimeter per 100 centimeters. You think so, Make? You think? Then why the hell is the game in feet? The track grading system is in feet. It's 1 foot per 100. So what? Oh god, this is a mess. Since we know how long the pieces are, I don't exactly know how long the pieces are, dude. We could measure it. This map I found online says the smelter is at 260 feet and the sawmill is at 320. See, yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense that that's in inches, guys. Yeah, it's centimeters. The scale on the sides go 2,000, minus 2,000 to... They are in centimeters. Okay. Damn it. They are in centimeters. Oh, no. Oh, balls. What are we supposed to do with that, man? Alright, well, let's look at it then. So, alright. Okay, so we're at 10,000 here, and we go to 7,000 there. So that's 3,000 centimeters, okay? 30.48. Okay, so 3,000 divided by 30.48 is 98.42 feet. So we're going down about 100 feet there. Okay. We go down about 100 feet. And if we're going down 1 foot per 100, that means the track's 1,000 feet long, right? Yeah, give or take, about 1,000. It's 984.25 long to get down there. Is it 10,000? Oh yeah, that's right, another 0. So that means it's 10,000 feet. So divide that by 5,280. So 1.89 miles. And then if we times that by 1.6, you'll get kilometers. 3 kilometers. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. It is in centimeters. All right, cool. You know, like, I've always said this about measuring systems. I don't give a frick what it is. It could be in kilofeet for all I care. Understanding the measuring system and knowing your unit conversions is the more important thing to understand. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, by that logic, this track goes down about 6,000 feet, or 6,000 centimeters. So that means this track is going to be 6 kilometers long, because it's literally double. It's double that one over there. 6 kilometers long, which is about 3.8 miles. Yeah, no problem. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Yeah, that's no problem. That's easy. Simple. Am I wrong? Yeah, no, yeah, that's right. Cool. I really didn't want to sit here and make 113 miles of track. 4 is a lot better than 113. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like 4 miles of track. 113 would have taken a long time. Yeah. Yeah, it would have taken a second. You know, oh god, don't fall. Yeah, I can make 4 miles of track. That's no problem. There. Yeah, no, that's way easier. Nope. Fat fingered the keyboard again. Awesome. Oh, this is gonna look cool. Alright, see, I'm happy we played this more because I'm learning, frankly, a crap ton about building train tracks. Is that wide enough for the train to clear? Should be fine. Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, don't get me wrong, some locomotives might have a little bit of problems here, but we can always stagger it, you know? Did we learn more about the stuff ULA is up to? Like what? What do you want to know? Dude, they're basically doubling everything. 2 MLs for 2 mobile launchers, 38 Vulcan launches, two rocket carrying ships, smart reuse. It's unbelievable. MSU, do you want to play Stationeers tonight? Actually, I want to finish this tonight, dude. Looks like we might be a little bit off-centered. But see, yeah, here, I gotta switch back. Oh. Alright, well... Okay, here's how we'll... I'm trying to think. Because right now we're pointing at the bridge. If we just went straight here, we're gonna have to curve this way just a little bit. Okay, I'll make guide tracks first. And here's what we'll do. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think that's good enough. So we need to go back down to 3. 2. 1. 0. I don't like it. Alright, you know what, fellas, this is a good time to stop. This is a good time to stop. We'll do space news. But now, like, once again, we made a breakthrough. We had a breakthrough today. A big one. Or I could just fall. We had a breakthrough today on how to build the railroad tracks and how to make it good. And now the workload doesn't seem like it's nearly as much. And now I have a much more of a focused picture. I have a much more focused picture about what we need to do. And it doesn't seem like it as much, once again.